Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Issues and Artists. Of course, you know I am your host today, Joyce Walker, and I have a fabulous guest. In fact, we have two fabulous guests today, and I am going to introduce the first one. I was just amazing that he took time off to come and sit with Joyce Walker on her stage, and I am so honored. We have James T. Edwards. James, welcome. We met a few months ago, and he's actually the regional director of the Cook County GED Testing Center. So we are so thrilled to have him because today's topic is changes in the GED process. Please take notes. This is a very valuable information, and we want to make sure that everybody is aware of these changes. So you know what I did? I went to the expert, which is James T. Edwards today. So James, how are you doing, first of all?
I'm great, and I'm glad to be here.
Thanks
for having me.
Thank you so much. You know, James is the regional director, but I must tell you that he has a very interesting bio, okay? And I told him I was going to talk about that a little bit, the journey that he took to actually get into the GED Testing Center. So tell Chicago a little bit about your background.
Well, I was born out in the cornfield, out in Dixon, Illinois. And my father was a pediatrician, a small-town doctor. My mom was a nurse, so my childhood was wonderful.
Good.
And I went to college for a long time. I went to college out east. I graduated from Southern Illinois University at Carbondale, picked up a master's degree there. I hitchhiked around Europe and started a PhD program that I didn't finish down at the University of Texas.
Okay.
And then I became a TV reporter for a while, working for the NBC affiliate out of Killeen, Texas.
Wow.
And wrote travel videos for a while, and then kind of bounced around and got involved in education. Eventually ended up in the field of adult education.
Okay.
Adult education is for adults who did not complete high school. And it includes people who are learning to speak English because they come from other countries to this country. And it includes people who didn't complete high school.
Okay.
And I've had any number of jobs in adult education. I've taught at community colleges in the suburbs. I taught briefly at Cook County Jail in an adult ed program there. And 10 years ago, I was offered the job to be the director of the Cook County GED testing program. And that job is basically the record keeper, the score keeper, and the head referee for GED testing for all the GED testing centers in Cook County.
Okay.
We have 12 testing centers. In addition to the 12 public testing centers, which are located at community colleges, we also do GED testing inside Cook County Jail and some of the adult transition centers. We also do testing at Job Corps. We do testing at Cook County Boot Camp and the Juvenile Detention Center. But mainly we're testing open for the public at 12 testing centers. 4 of the city colleges are testing centers, and then community colleges in suburban Cook County as well.
Okay. Now, when I hear all that, that means that you all have some busy days at the GED office.
My staff works tremendously hard, yes.
So how do you all get all this work done? Because I know people are calling you, you're trying to get information. So how do you manage that?
Well, I have a 5-person staff.
Okay.
It's 5 women, and they are all bilingual. They come from all over the world. They work extremely hard on the phones, on the computers. It's a mail-in system, so all of our data entry is by hand.
Okay.
And we are responsible for half the GED tests approximately in the state of Illinois. Wow. So it's a 5-person staff doing that. The other half of the GED tests are handled by 35 regional offices of education.
Okay.
Regional offices of education in the downstate counties. So my 5-person staff does an awful lot of work. They're very dedicated.
Unbelievable. And I'm sure, just to give them a plug, it's great to have valuable employees, right?
It's the best thing in the world.
We got to give them a plug. That's awesome. So when you were talking about the geographic area, so once again, anyone who takes the GED exam in the state of Illinois, you actually monitor that? I mean, all of the counties, or are there specific counties?
There are two major divisions for
Okay.
GED testing in Illinois. There's Cook County,
Right.
which is my bailiwick, and then there's the rest of the state, what we
Okay.
call downstate.
Right.
In the rest of the state, if you sign up for the GED test, you call your local county regional office of education. But in Cook County, you get in touch with our office, and I can mention it. I'll mention it several times.
Okay.
The best thing to do is to call our office, and I'll say this number several times during the course of this.
Right.
Our phone number is 847-328-9795.
Right.
The best thing to do is to talk to somebody.
Right.
So that would be my first recommendation. You can go to our website, which is www.cookcountyged.org, and you can read lots of information there. If you want to start there, I would also suggest that after you look at the website,
Right.
call the office
Right.
and check and make sure that
Right.
everything that you think you know, you actually know. Get
Right.
it verified through us.
Okay.
And then you can also reach us by email, and that email address is customer service, just one word,
Okay.
at cookcountyged.org.
Okay. And also, I just want to let everybody know that's watching that if you want us to repeat that information, we will be repeating that information, because we want you to make sure that you have the correct information where to reach James. So don't worry. We can call us here, contact us at Issues and Artists, and we'd be more than happy to provide that information.
Help is available. Get help.
Yes, yes. So a lot of work, once again, at your office. So, okay. Let's talk about the GED itself. Before we get into the process, let's talk about, James, why the GED process itself, just having the GED institution, why is that so important?
Well, the world has changed. It used to be 20 or 30 years ago that if you had a high school diploma, you could get a job at a factory or with a company where you could build a middle-class lifestyle. You could buy a house, you could raise kids and send your kids to college. That's no longer the case. It used to be that even if you didn't have a high school diploma, there were plenty of jobs that you could get that over time you could build into middle-class jobs. But those days are gone. Nowadays, a high school diploma isn't enough. High school equivalency isn't enough. So whereas we used to look at the GED test as